Major funding for the Independents has been provided by the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation to increase public awareness of independent work in film and video. Additional funding has been provided by the National Endowment for the Arts.
Action! What's your vision of America?
Money, money, more money.
Everybody wants to be at least liked.
The first intelligent film about cannibalism.
What are my options?
A man and a man.
Where are they going? What are they doing?
Now, I'll no other say, cock-a-doodle-doo.
Step into your morning coffee.
Okay, bye-bye.
Beautiful.
Hi, I'm Buck Henry, and welcome to Are We On?, a series of humorous works by independent film and video makers about things such as love, sex, babies, underwear, dogs, cats, mice, cheese, insects, and politicians. Now, politics, politicians, the selling of politicians. As political writer Teddy White reportedly observed several years ago, the only thing worse than losing an election is writing a book about a guy who loses an election that doesn't sell. Our first videotape, Stony Does Houston, is by Bob Hercules and Stony Burke. It was made at the 1992 Republican National Convention in Houston, Texas. What you're about to see actually happened, and is a fine example of guerrilla video, a kind of television journalism where the journalist confronts his subject.
Hi, I'm Stony Burke. When I'm not out on the streets slanging and banging the revolutionary message for all people to hear, I'm right here in the GOP convention doing a little undercover work, hoping that you out there in America are watching TV and you're seeing me right now and think, if Stony can get in the convention, you could too. And let me tell you one thing about being inside here. You have to put all your intelligence in your back pocket, you know, sit on it for a while, flatten it out, get it lateral, and you come in here and you can talk to these people, and they're just like me and just like you, only there's a vast income and class difference between the Republicans and everybody else, but that doesn't bother us. Pat, can we look for you to run in 96? Ask her. Thanks, Pat. Dan, good luck in November. Hey, how do you spell re-election? Okay, I have one question for her. I'm PBS.
PBS?
Yes.
I'm shocked.
I know. Here you are shaking my head.
This is a violation.
What are you going to do about homelessness? How come no one's talking about this? This is ridiculous.
You're talking to the author of the bill to provide homeless shelter linked to care for people.
How come 40% of public housing is empty in Detroit? What are you going to do about this?
The Public Housing Authority. The Public Housing Authority has prevented us from putting homeless people into public housing. Now, if PBS were doing its job, it would go up to Detroit and discover what's going on in Detroit.
Come on, Jack, that's a scam. Come on. Yeah, there's lots of people up. Oh, come on. No one's talking about homelessness.
Democrats spent a lot of dollars on their podium and on their carpeting, so it's slick.
But who's the Secretary of Housing? Who's the Secretary of Housing?
Slick Willie spent dollars for his convention, and he's just being slick again.
Okay. Yeah, we got him mad now, don't we, huh? We talked about homelessness. 40% of the housing in Detroit is empty. Why? Under his administration. But who's the attack? TV, television, yeah. It's my fault. I'm your Uncle Stony Burke.
Oh, really?
Uncle Sam. Yeah, I play Uncle Sam on many campuses. How you doing? How you doing?
Thank you. I'm great. Now, you're with the Comedy Channel or something. Have you met these guys?
I haven't met them recently. Who are they? Introduce me to them.
Yeah, turn around and say hello to those guys.
Neil, I want to ask you one more question. Don't you think you should give the money back?
No, I think that's a silly question, Sam. Good going, buddy. Hang in.
Really? We need it for schools, Neil. Secretary Brady. Excuse me. How are you? I'm Stony Burke from PBS.
Excuse me, sir. He's
I'm a
not
big...
taking any interviews right now.
Sitting here talking to my friends from New Jersey.
Okay. I got one economic question for you, just one. If 1% of the people own 40% of the wealth, how do we fix that?
Listen, the job that we've got before us is to make sure everybody in this country's got a job. And that's what the president is going to concentrate on, come forward with some concrete stuff, not raising taxes like Bill Clinton.
What's your name?
Dick Bigelow.
What the heck is that on your head?
Well, it's pretty obvious. The sign says it's a victory bush, so it's a bush with a quail in it, and I'm trying to send a message that we want Bush and Quayle re-elected.
What's your vision of America?
My vision of America is that it's just gone 216 years to fight freedom and democracy and to fight and sacrifice, spend money to spread this around the world. And it's gotten there. We've got freedom and democracy in probably 95% of the world right now, and it's expanding, and we're the leader of the free world, and we'll continue to be the leader of the free world, and we've just begun. We're going to be better and better and better.
We're going to stay number one?
Number one. I've got all the confidence in our young people. You look around this convention, you can see an insurgent of a lot of young people in the Republican Party, and that's good.
So what's so great about being Republican youth?
It's fun. It's the most fun you can have.
Future.
It's great.
Great future ahead of us.
It's our future.
Get scared now. Get scared now. Get scared now. Get scared now. How does it feel to be the only liberal amongst the glorious of the right?
I actually have met some other liberals here, but they want to stay incognito. I've never seen so many Republicans in my life.
How does it make you feel?
I'm going out to get a breath of fresh air.
I am angry when I see a bunch of high-priced lobbyists come in to manipulate and break the law and break the spirit of free trade.
But aren't you a high-priced politician who perpetuates this system?
I am not a high-priced politician who perpetuates. I stand up and fight for what I think is right, and if I see something that's an abuse, I'm going to stand up and do it. And where the hell do you get the nerve of calling me a high-priced politician? Aren't you a high-priced news commentator who changes things around and reports them the way you want? Now, let me tell you, you think I'm going to take that nonsense from you?
Aren't you a little sensitive about...
No, I'm not. I'm sensitive for a jackass who comes over here and says, am I a high-priced politician?
Come on, don't you think politicians should be civil service?
Yeah, I believe in civil service, and civil service is standing up for all of our people and calling them the way I see them, and that's what I do.
You're rude and you make too much money.
You're a jackass.
Thanks. This family values thing, what is it a code word for?
Well, I think it's a code word. I think people who don't understand what family values are aren't going to relate to it as an issue. You can't tell with somebody with what family values are. Woody Allen is not family values.
Not anymore?
He never was, for crying out loud. But I mean, it's something that if you really don't understand what they're talking about, that person isn't going to get the issue.
Really? I mean, it doesn't have to be explained. They should just get it.
No.
When family values are undermined, our country suffers.
The values that of morality, the values of trustworthiness, of honesty, of fear in God, support of country.
All right, hey, here we are at the Pro-Family God and Country Rally, right deep in the belly of the heart of Houston, Texas.
I'm here because I believe in this country and I believe in the values that are foundation of the country, and the folks that represent those values that are important to me are here today, and I want to be with them.
And what does this country mean to you?
Well, this country is a tremendous land of opportunity, but it's also a country that has a great heritage. And part of that heritage is the Judeo-Christian value and the one nation under God that has built us strong, so we're here to support that.
Is it important that everybody believe in the same God?
Yes, I think so. In general, yeah.
Why is that?
World unity. It'll help us get along better, improve world situations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vice Presidents of the United States.
The office of Vice President of the United States for the next 4 years.
Pat, that was a wonderful rally today. I just wanted to tell you it was so beautiful.
Well, I was thrilled. We had over 3,000 people, and they were so enthusiastic. It was a great way to start celebrating this platform.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you one more thing. Do you think the Native Americans had a soul, according to the pilgrims who came?
Well, as far as I know, they did, but I don't know what the pilgrims thought. I certainly think so.
Well, there's the dynamic trio themselves, Marilyn Quayle, Pat Robertson, and Rush Limbaugh. Rush, how's it going? Is this going to be good for your talk show? How do you feel about the attacks on the cultural elite that Dan Quayle is making? Do you feel that's an attack on you personally in your career?
No, I don't see it that way. I think it's the interpretation of what he's trying to say. You know, sometimes people say something, and the way they structure how they say it comes out as something else. If he's talking about family values, I'm all for that. If he's targeting the industry, I think that's a mistake, you know. So I think it's how he says some things. But I can cut him slack in that area.
Yeah. Bruce, Stony Burke, the 90s, how's it going? Good to see you tonight. Aren't you one of the cultural elite that they're talking about all the time?
Absolutely
not. Not? Okay. Talk to you later. Have a good night. Major Dad. How are you? I'm Stony Burke with PBS, the 90s.
How are you?
I wanted to ask you, when they attack the cultural elite, don't you feel like the arts are under attack?
No. I think what is meant by that is people who put themselves above the general populace, who know better how we should all behave. I think that's what's meant by the cultural elite, which I don't consider myself.
How do you feel about the attacks on the arts in general?
When I see them, I'll let you know.
See you later, big fella.
All right.
Here we are at a GAG rally, a rally against censorship at the Menil Collection in Houston. And we're going to be talking to people who are definitely against censorship.
Censorship affects my life in a very great way. The voices of protest, the voices of dissent, the people that have a true vision for a much fairer, freer America are being suppressed. These people are not allowed to speak. And it's because of the censorship. And the censorship is very political. It's also cultural. As a gay man, I see images that reflect my experiences that are denied from public funding, denied from public museums, denied from schools, denied from public support, and that is just wrong.
What's with Ross Perot? What happened?
Well, he didn't understand the game, and he jumped in front of a movement and offered to lead it, and then when the game got tough, he clearly didn't want to continue. Some of his supporters obviously did, and what he didn't realize is there was a movement, and when you lead a movement, you got to lead it all the way. And he forgot it was a movement, and I think he thought it was himself, and that he wouldn't be tested the way other candidates were tested.
Do you think the Clinton campaign's being fair with you?
I don't understand the question. All's fair in love and war. That's all I have to say about it.
Is all fair in love and politics?
Love and war. All's fair in politics.
Is this a war that's going on?
This is a war. This is the future of our country. Yes, it's a very serious endeavor we are undertaking here. Not one I take lightly, and certainly not one they take lightly. So
you're a fighter.
It'll likely progress along the same vein that it started, but the president will carry on here.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. You heard her. All's fair in love and war. Ollie, nice to meet you. I read your book. I loved every word of it. I got one question for you. Are you a born-again Christian because you feel bad about 10,000 dead Nicaraguans from the CIA war that you led?
Actually, I didn't lead the CIA war.
Do you think Ronald Reagan will come to justice someday?
Hear the question.
Hey, you have a good night, Mr. North. Peace. Let's get out of here before the CIA climbs on our back. Come on, let's escape. Here we are walking up the podium at the Republican National Convention, and I'm just about to give my speech declaring myself as a candidate of the President of the United States. You know, the President has been doing such a poor job, I thought it was up to me to take over. So our troops are taking over. The city's surrounded. It's a totally non-violent, beautiful revolution. So I must go up now and give my speech. From this moment on, I declare, we as a people must get our act together, treat each other decently, share the wealth, promote the general welfare, and have fun. Why not? Are we so beyond the American character of who we are as people that we can't once in a while just get together as human beings and have some fun? And forevermore, amen. That's what it says on the teleprompter here. And forevermore, amen. More amens forevermore. Let us say amen forever. Amen, amen, amen.
Our next independent producer examines another kind of politics in this country, the politics of the politically correct and the selling of the politics of the politically correct. It's called We Bought the T-Shirt, and it's by performer-director Wayne Lammers. But first, a word from our new sponsor, Java Soap, brought to us by George Spiros.
Staying awake is hard enough without breaking your neck just to get a cup of fresh brewed coffee.
Step into your morning coffee. Just open your shower door. Lather up with Java Soap. Let that coffee feeling flow through your pores. Java lather does it from your mouth down to your toe.
With real caffeine extracted from the world's finest coffee beans, Java tingles as it sinks in. That fresh brewed coffee sensation gets you through the day.
What I wouldn't do for a cup of fresh brewed coffee.
Java lather does it. So when your morning Joe.
3 exciting flavors.
We can clean up the sea with a real catchy line. We can clear up the sky with a clever design. For under $20, we can rescue the earth. We can save the planet with a T-shirt. We bought the T-shirt. We saved the world. We got the T-shirt. We saved the world. We bought the T-shirt. I've seen Klein. We saved the world. And I've seen Hanes. Just $16. We saved the world. $60. Some say it's too late, that the whole earth is doomed, but they don't know the power of Fruit of the Loom.
So litter all you want to. What's a little more dirt when you just save the planet with a T-shirt?
We bought the T-shirt. We saved the world. We got the T-shirt. We saved the world. We bought the T-shirt.
We bought that T-shirt.
We saved the world.
We saved the world.
Just $16.
$16.
We saved the world.
We saved the world.
You can save all the whales with a calendar and the dolphins with a coffee mug. If you buy the beach towel and the tote bag too, you'll end hunger, the war, disease, and drugs. The T-shirts are blowing in the wind.
We bought the T-shirt. We saved the world. We got the T-shirt. We saved the world. We bought the T-shirt. We bought the T-shirt. We saved the world. We saved the world. $16. You saved the world.
There's another stray dog. Oh, it looks like he's hurt. Don't worry. You just saved him. With a T-shirt. We bought the T-shirt.
Buy Frisbee for the homeless.
We saved the world.
Buy Complete for the farmers.
$16.
Buy a Titan for the prisoners.
We saved the world.
Buy a Key-Tan for the children.
You know, there isn't much difference between the selling of soap and the selling of politicians. And that's the point of this next work, Political Posture, by filmmaker William L. Tunnicliffe.
Political posture, public image, show business. That's what my opponents think a presidential campaign is all about. They're wrong. A president must stand for facts and figures, for specific programs, proposals, and ideas. What makes America strong? People. People like you and me. That's why I've set forth a 7-part people program, detailing the specific reasons why I'm for people and a strong economy. The Ray Hardale Economic Survey has exposed a growing need for money among our poor and homeless. It's an important need, too long ignored by the current administration. I will end crime. I will end unemployment, injustice, and pollution by simply restoring pride in America. Yes, I'm opposed to nuclear annihilation, and I'm not afraid to say so. I'm not afraid to look America straight in the eye, because I know America will look right back at me, right back at my tough new proposals, my firm facts and figures. Look me straight in the eye and say, Ray's got good ideas. He's a good man, good people. He looks good for America.
Vote Hardale. He's the cute one with the ideas.
And I promise you that I'll be back right here next week. I'm your host, and this is your TV.